Good day everyone and welcome to Exile News, the weekly show that brings you all the important news and informations on Path of Exile. And the first news this week are the changes that GGG is going to do to utility flasks, and not only on the ascendancy update. So it's been a very long time since GGG has added a new base type for flasks. We're going to get 6 new types in the ascendancy expansion. One's gonna be the Basalt Flask, granting additional physical damage reduction, Aquamarine Flask, granting additional chance to avoid cold damage and creating chilled ground unuse, Stibnite Flask, granting evasion and creating a smoke cloud, Sulfur Flask, granting increased damage, generic damage, so that's pretty interesting, also creating consecrated ground unuse, Silver Flask, granting onslaught, and the Bismuth Flask, granting elemental resistances. So this is going to definitely spice up the gameplay. Also, there are going to be new mods you can roll on flasks, such as increased duration. That's gonna be really important for utility flasks. Increased effect at the cost of a reduced duration, still on utility flasks. And on all of the flasks, you'll be able to roll poison, removal and immunity, and a reduced number of charge used. So it is going to be much more interesting and much more important which type of flasks you choose. There's also some other couple small changes, well, maybe not so small. For example, resistance flasks have been reduced to plus 6% of maximum resistances. They are at plus 10 now. If you have the flask nodes, these resistances can go pretty damn high, and that's why they are actually rebalancing them. Quartz flask now provides dodge and spell dodge as well as phasing, so I definitely can see the Quartz Flask be used in the next expansion. Also a couple other things that are going to make the flask usage much better. We also got a sneak peek at 4 of the new uniques that are going to come with the expansion. These 4 uniques have all been made by the supporters. So we got Worm Scale Gauntlets, Armor and Evasion Hybrids. Socketed gems are supported by level 5 concentrated effects, so it's a 5 link straight off the bat. It also gives some life. It has reduced mana cost per endurance charge. Hopefully it's not local to the gloves, otherwise that's gonna fall a bit short, I think. You gain rampage while at maximum endurance charges, but you lose all endurance charges when rampage ends. I don't like this. Mostly because rampage was not really that good in itself, and losing all your endurance charges is also not very good. Another new unique is a jewel, which grants 2% additional block chance, and 20% of the block chance is applied to spells. However, you have a 10% additional chance to receive a critical strike, so stacking these jewels is going to be deadly. Even wearing one might be too risky for an hardcore player, maybe for a softcore one, if you just need that 2% block chance to cap, or that spell block. Although it's an interesting jewel because it gives you a choice if you want the benefits and if you can mitigate the problems that it gives you, so that's a pretty interesting one there. And then we got an Advancing Fortress Gut Reaper, which is a claw, so it's a weapon, but it has flat life, flat energy shield and chance to block on it, so it's pretty interesting. It also has a level 12 45 supporting your gems in it, so it might be good for your Willing Blades. I definitely can see this being used as an offhand weapon on a dual wield character which focuses on block and attacks only with the main hand. So you will get the flat life, you will get the chance to block, you will get the fortify with the skill linked, especially with Willing Blades, but you will not get the crappy damage that he actually deals, so that's an interesting weapon. And last, it's a new Unset Ring, which has +2 level of Socketed Aura Gems, and the Socketed Aura Gems reserve no mana, so you basically get 1 free aura, which is going to definitely be like a 50% aura. However, your other auras will reserve 40% more mana. So what's gonna happen is you will get a 1 free aura, but you will gimp all your other auras. This might still be good if you only use like 2 auras. You can gain a free third, still being able to use the other 2. However, if you are an aura bot, you will not benefit from this, so it's actually balanced in that regard. It also uses a ring slot, so you will have no resistances and no life and no crit, no whatever else you need. So this is also a very interesting new unique. And to top the week off, we got the Witch Ascendancy class revealed, which is called the Elementalist, and the Shadow Ascendancy class revealed, which is the Trickster. Of course, they're on garbage sites, so again, we're gonna use images from this awesome album here. The Elementalist, of course, it being a witch and being called Elementalist, focuses on damage from elements. It does not prefer one element over the other. There are no distinct paths for fire, ice and lightning. However, it's more of a burst witch, kind of like you get a burst for a moment and then you get a normal moment and then you get another burst. For example, Shaper of Desolation here, you have a 20% chance to gain a buff for 4 seconds, and this buff basically makes all your hits cause chill, shock and ignite for 4 seconds. Also, if you continue down this road, you get Beacon of Ruin, which grants pretty much an elemental proliferation, although only with a 9 radius for your status effects, so it might be really good. You kill a couple enemies, you get this buff, and then you spread it around, you shock everything, you chill everything. Definitely a strong one. Also, Paragon of Calamity over here. For each element you get hit by, you gain increased damage for that element and you take less damage from that element. Kind of like having elemental equilibrium on yourself. It's a pretty weird point, but still pretty good one. And on the other path we got Pendulum of Destruction, granting 4 seconds of 100% increased elemental damage every 10 seconds. So you gotta time that right. I don't know if a buff is going to come up or not. Anyway, you got a kind of a very strong burst of elemental damage every 10 seconds, so you kind of have a cadence on your clearing. And if you follow this path, you gain penetration of a certain element if you use another skill of another element. So for example, you gain Cold Pen if you use a fire skill, Light Pen if you use a cold skin, and so on and so forth. So it's a pretty interesting thing. It's not focused on having one single spell. It's definitely focused on short bursts of power and moments of rest. So it's pretty interesting class over there. Definitely less straightforward than in what it looks to be. And then there's a Trickster, which is kind of a gimmicky ascendancy class. It's not, there's not a very definite way this class is going. You got some various points like Work of the Ether, your movement skills cost no mana, and you gain attack speed and cast speed if you use the movement skill in the past 4 seconds. So this can pretty much benefit any build out there. Swift Killer giving maximum frenzy charges and a chance to gain frenzy charges, so another random thing right there. Some damage over time, also increasing your healing and mana and energy shield recharge over time, only if you've killed though. There's the Weave of the Arcane, granting increased mana regen, a 5% chance to recover 10% of maximum mana when you use a skill. I don't know if that's going to be any useful, but it works also for attacks, so for a skill like Reeve, where you just go full attack speed, this might actually be pretty good. The only 4 points path, where generally there are at least 2 for each ascendancy class, this class only has 1, and it goes Ghost Dance, increasing dodge, spell dodge, faster start of energy shield recharge, and increasing move speed while on full energy shield. Going into Shade Form, which grants flat evasion and energy shield, so definitely made for an evasion ES character, granting increased attack speed and cast speed if energy shield recharge has started in the last 4 seconds. Probably stacking with Work of the Ether might be pretty interesting for a lot of free attack speed. And also 20% more chance to evade attacks while not on full energy shields. So if you get hit, you're not on full energy shield, your shields start to recharge, you get attack speed, cast speed, you also get chance to evade. That's definitely a pretty interesting class. It has not a specific road to follow, might work with any build, might work with none. Definitely interested to see how people can make this work in a very effective way. That's going to be better than actually using other classes. But yeah, I think that was all for this week. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and a comment down below. Also, if you want to remain updated every week, be sure to subscribe to my channel. So that was all. I've been your host, Giorgio, and I'll see you guys the next time.